Going cashless is just one of the major changes retailers are making in this digital age.
Companies like Amazon and Fresh Direct are changing the way people shop. Here to talk about all these digital trends is Brian Manning, the co-founder and president of Centric Digital. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
All right, let's talk about which companies are doing well with this new way of shopping.
Absolutely. Well, one thing, just to step back, is, one thing that we do at Centric Digital is measure how companies are doing at digital, and we've compiled a lot of best practices into, think of a credit score or FICO credit score. We're like a FICO of digital. So we measure a lot of traditional businesses and how they're doing. So retail overall did well this year, but a lot of retailers, traditional retailers, felt the retail apocalypse, so death by Amazon and that type of stuff. However, some of them are going to fight back in 2018. Lots of retailers are adding in mobile capabilities and leveraging their strengths in their stores. So companies like Best Buy have the ability to scan and see a customer review on a product. I know Walmart is testing out self-checkout and things like that. So using those kind of digital capabilities in the store is really what's going to help those retailers fight back.
It's an interesting balance because I've noticed that a lot of major retailers, the customer service in the store seems to be going down a bit as they try to ramp up their online activity.
True, and what they can really do is focus on bringing that digital customer service that they have on their website into their store, allowing customers to use their mobile device in the store to get better interactions with the product, find products in the store, all without having to necessarily interact with the staff or find the staff when they need it.
All right, talking about other categories, how about food shopping? That's really changing.
Grocery is really changing. Obviously, the acquisition of Whole Foods by Amazon is one major event, and I think you're going to see a lot of the Amazoning of Whole Foods. Another example, Kroger's, I believe, is also experimenting with self-checkout and auto-replenishment. So it started with Amazon with the dash button, but you're starting to see a lot of appliances actually integrate auto-replenishment right into them. So coffee machines, dishwashers, all offering the ability to order what you need to replenish them.
All these stores that have the self-checkout, have you noticed the prices drop because they need less employees? I mean, does it seem like it trickles down to the customer or not really?
Not necessarily, although I know Whole Foods has been dropping its prices ever since the acquisition. So certainly, and not that it's going to drop employees, but allow those employees to be more helpful to the customers instead of just mundane tasks, maybe as checking out and things like that, which can now be done with self-checkout and so on.
And this is also hitting the healthcare industry as well. What are some trends that you're seeing there?
We do a lot of work with major healthcare insurers, and I think that you'll see a lot of digital technologies like voice being helpful to the chronically ill and elderly.
What is that, voice?
Voice, so Google Mini or Amazon Alexa, being able to request things without having to touch a computer or a mobile device. So pill reminders, when am I going to the doctor, even speaking to your doctor, virtual and, FaceTime and everything, text with doctors is going to become a big thing.
Almost the same as what we were talking with the shopping. You kind of talk to the machine and see what happens.
Exactly.
A really quick last question. Education, how is that going to change?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of things around nano degrees, and if you go to a...
Can you tell us what a nano degree is?
So a short degree online where you learn a very specific targeted skill. So there's all these new technologies with machine learning and everything. If you want to learn that specific skill as it applies to a job that you either have or want to get, you can zoom in, get a few weeks or maybe a month of a degree and really learn what you need as opposed to a very long program.
Interesting. Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate it, and we'll have more on what Brian talked about this morning on our website, cbsnewyork.com.
We'll be right back.